Hi, fans. Thanks for clicking on the dreaded DIVA'S report. I fell out of the chair. Hey, the Uzos and World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns has all commented on how the crowds in New Delhi, India, this past week were some of the best they've had performed in front of. You know, every time I've seen them at a match, downtown or something, they say the same thing about us. Now they're saying it about them. I don't know. WWE NXT Champion Finn Balor and NXT Champion Women's Champion Bayley closed out the night at NXT Live event in Chicago by bringing kids into the ring to celebrate. Rock posted the following, there's an Instagram picture commenting on the best part about WWE. And this is kind of interesting. He says, all attitude and baby oil. He says, dope artwork. He says, I became the youngest heavyweight champion in WWE history. He talks about the Attitude Era in 1998. He says, was a supremely special time for us. He said the roster was setting up box office records every night, every city, every arena we played in. We had the company. Were all great, making great money and having a blast nightly, living on the road, and we also wasn't a publicly traded company at the time. Inherently meant that we could be a bit crazier and a lot of effing rowdier back then, including the fans. And when you have Mattel sponsoring you, you can't do too much to, kind of upset the sponsors anymore. And as the wrestling business, he said it was very cool back then. WWE evolved into more, interesting now to me. He says where it eventually goes over the next few years. When I was a full-time wrestling fan, I'd always talk with Vince about goals that they had, big goals for the company. And my number one goal was to grab that WWE title, or you may want to call it the brass ring, and take it places it's never been before, or I'll never be able to go again. So we accomplished more things, and he had just great stuff to talk about. He said there's some very talented dudes and chicks down in WWE's NXT and in WWE right now. As a faithful fan of wrestling, he says, I'm fired up to see who's going to emerge, grab that brass ring, and become leader of the new era. Rock's a good guy. Well, anyway, he said, be relentless and get after that brass ring and have a blast and kayfabe the baby oil. Most importantly, save your dough. TNA is teasing that a new knockout named Raquel is going to be debuting on Impact soon. Raquel is a former WWE Tough Enough contestant, Gabby Castrovinci, I think her name is, who was eliminated fourth in the recent season, and confirmed her debut on the Facebook pages. Carl Anderson yesterday became about 36 years old, and today Batista was 40. Well, not today, but yesterday also was 47. Ted DiBiase Sr. turned 62. World Heavyweight title champion Roman Reigns advertised to face Batista last night's Sunday night's live event in Canton, Ohio. He didn't appear. It was announced at the start that refunds was going to be available for Reigns' fans for the first 20 minutes of the show, and they never really come out and said anything. Reigns just missed the show. I think he was coming back from India on Saturday, and he just didn't make it in time for Sunday. All right, Divas. January 19th, Love Triangle Season 5 premieres, which is today? Wonders whether she's going to be able to tell John about her ex-boyfriend's advances. This is going to be big time soap stuff here. Paige considers breaking off her engagement, and Brie tries to pave a new career path for Daniel Bryan. And next week's going to be SummerSlam engagement. Natty's worst fear becomes true as she's left out of SummerSlam. Now you got to remember these shows were taped about 6 months ago. Alicia feels disrespected by her boyfriend. Paige and John Cena surprises Nikki with his new new stance on marriage. Get married sometime, huh? All right, Roman Reigns, by the way, granted more Make-A-Wishes before WWE live event in New Delhi, India this past week. Uh, I don't know. He's taking over John Cena's part, huh? That's good. Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman last night. Dixie Carter announced that Kurt Angle's final opponent for his farewell tour would be Bobby Lashley. January 31st, Impact Wrestling taping down in Birmingham, England. And Joe DeFranco, DeFranco's Gym, has posted his 100 bench press challenge to YouTube and noted on Twitter that his good friend Triple H is currently in the lead with a time of 4 minutes 50 seconds. That's a lot of 100 pumps in that short of time. I don't know how much the weight was, though. I'll have to check it out, I guess. All right, today Fox Sports confirmed that Hall of Famer Jim Ross has signed a new deal with New Japan Pro Wrestling to call matches on, is it Access TV? AXS? Don't get it. But anyway, Jim Ross is going to be calling matches alongside Josh Barnett beginning maybe March 4th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. While Nikki Bella was reportedly backstage at Raw the other night, she did not appear, but probably just backstage filming some stuff for Total Divas. And confirmed that Ric Flair is going to be in Charlotte's corner to defend when she defends her title against Becky Lynch on Sunday. They teased this. Which diva will be savvy enough to escape the butterfly embezzled title this weekend? Will Becky make the champion submit to her painful armbar, or will the Nature Boy ensure Charlotte remains the title holder? What do you think? Is Flair going to get involved? He's got to somehow. And R-Truth turns 44 years old today. Hall of Famer Pat Patterson, 75. There's no dark match after last night's Raw went off the air, but the Wyatt family kind of stood over Brock Lesnar for a few minutes after Raw ended, and then they left. That was it. I hate seeing a big badass guy get beat down, even though it was 4 people. All right, boy, Roman didn't stay around to help him out, did he? Tommy Dreamer finished up his most recent WWE run on Sunday from Canton, Ohio. He was advertised for Royal Rumble weekend events, but could have been some kind of a miscommunication. But Dreamer posted a photo of his busted elbow on Sunday where he got slammed through a table, and his neck is all right. Hurt his elbow. Fans with Cablevision can now watch Impact Wrestling as Pop TV launches on the new provider this past week. Pop TV is going to be appearing on AT&T Uverse in March, which I've got that, but it's probably going to be in an upper tier that I can't afford it. Dixie Carter confirmed on Twitter that TNA is returning to Orlando with more tapings in March. Word going around TNA is that the India tour that was postponed last year sometime, I think it was in the fall, will take place sometime this summer. And TNA taped the following matches for tonight's Impact, which is going to be Jeff Hardy taking on Tyrus, Gail Kim defending the knockout title against Awesome Kong, James Storm and Bobby Roode taking on Eli Drake, Jesse Goddard, Mike Bennett with Maria Kanellis taking on Pepper Parks, Eric Young defending the KOTM title against Mr. Anderson, and career versus title match is going to be Matt Hardy taking on World Heavyweight Champion Ethan Carter. It says tape the following for tonight's Impact. Impact on Tuesdays? I don't know. That's what it says. WWE teases confrontation between Stardust and Stephen Amell at the Heroes and Villains Fan Fest in Syracuse, New York on January 23rd and the 24th during Royal Rumble weekend. WWE's planning to shoot some footage, I guess, with Amell and Stardust at the convention. They'll probably have to get in the fight or something to have to happen there, I know. And there's been talk for a while about doing a Stardust versus Amell single match this time. Amell must be doing some practicing, huh? All right, Fallout video from last night's Raw. Tag Team Champions New Day decided to give Rich Brennan a hard time as they were still grieving over their loss of the trombone. WWE Condemned 2 with Randy Orton officially on DVD today. DVD and on demand and Blu-ray. Also, they released a 3-disc DVD set of 2000. It says the first 3-disc set for 2016, but it's the best pay-per-view matches of 2015. Got it? The 5th season of Total Diva kicks off tonight. So the Love Triangle, which I mentioned, and Nikki Bella wonders whether she'll tell John Cena about this and that, and I already mentioned it a little while ago. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.